I'm taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Is there anything else that we need to bring up before, or do we get up out of here? Anyone have anything they want to bring up?
Nah, I can't. Nah, I just niggas just keep tuning in. We're gonna keep going live and doing big shit.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And on Wednesday, you know, we got to bring back our Who Washed Who, you know what I'm saying? Do that. And of course, you know, the Shuttleworth training videos are always, you know, they're always in abundance because, you know, Shuttleworth, you know, got some females in the stable now. So, you know, look out for those. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, you know, guys. Hey man, I definitely got to mention the eye candy, bro. Like, you know me, you know, I'm one track minded.
Word. Nah, no doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, that's about it. It's a good little show. Like, you know, we did the best we could do with what we got.
Yeah. Oh, one more other thing too. The Japanese, the things that happen in Japan right now with the brain bleeds and stuff like that. Because two Japanese. Yeah. Because that shit was serious. Like it's rare that you see two Japanese fighters on the same card die of hematomas, subdural hematomas.
Look, even my mom hit me up about that shit. She was like, "Yo, what's going on with that sport over there? That nigga's just dying back to back."
And I think most people like, because Japan in the last decade or so has gone, you know, is getting spotlighted because, you know, every single time we say unknown Asian, they come out of fucking Japan most of the time. Like, you know, like someone that upsets the apple carts or whatever. Because the big thing about Japan is fighting spirit. Like, that's what they like. These they have to show fighting spirit. This, like, if you watch Japanese wrestling, like you see, these
niggas look glad made. They look
but
like
I don't know if
they don't leave the ring, walk in, and the other niggas crippled on the floor. They didn't win. That's how they.
I don't know if
it's
cutting, but I don't know if it's because the weight cuts or what. But two fighters dying on a one card is kind of crazy.
It's a train. I know what it is. It's a training. They go through way more rigorous training, I feel like.
And also too,
out there dying trying to fight.
And also too, the refs too, because like, let's put it this way, like, one of the fight of the years, Taraji versus Akui this year, was incredibly violent, and the referee, like, it literally took one of them, like, damn near getting ready to, like, pass out in the ring for the referee to stop it, and then eventually he had to be taken out on a stretcher. And then we had Brian Norman with Sasaki. Like, he beat on Sasaki for 5 rounds and then brutally knocks him out.
And the Sasaki forgot everything for like 45 days or 3 months or some shit.
Yeah,
he forgot everything out of his memory. But I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's could be the training, could be maybe they're weight bullying and the weight cut isn't. I don't know what.
Could it be the gloves?
Could be the glove. I don't know, but it's something in Japan lately where they gotta take better precautions and safety because you're gonna have one of the biggest fights in boxing with Nakatani anyway. You don't want. I don't want to even think about it. You don't want nothing bad to happen there. I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Yeah, they're supposed to use 8-ounce gloves. Like, I mean, it's like if it's under, if it's 147 under, it's supposed to be like 8-ounce gloves, if I'm not mistaken. Like, I don't think it's supposed to be anything less, because anything less than that is pretty much you're giving them brain damage like every fucking fight. I don't think 6 ounces are used anymore in boxing, and God help them if they're used anywhere legally, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just because one thing too, because even then, like, Japan never used to have a history of these guys dying in the ring like that. But in the last couple of years, like, it's not even just today too, because I remember I woke up to watch fucking Tapala. I remember Monster Tapalas because I remember that shit was early in the morning. That was after Christmas. And I remember I woke up and I turned on my ESPN Plus, and then the fight before that was 2 Japanese cats, and they were beating the living shit out of each other to the point. And I remember the ending of the fight was one of them went down, and he was on stanky legs, like he looked like he was ready to he looked like he was literally going to die. And I'm thinking to myself, damn, like, I really watched this hard shit in the morning. Like, this shit, it's like, I hope that dude is okay. And then dude ended up dying like 5 days later. And it's just like, yeah, the Japanese boxing culture is very different. Like, you know, if you're out there, if you're not showing no fighting spirit, you probably just get booed. But yeah, there's just too many of these hard fights that you see these guys go through, where like the referee is just pretty much lunching. Like, you know, he's looking at the crowd. As long as they're not clinching, he's like, okay, do what you got to do. That type of shit.
Yeah, because it's like defense ain't like focused on over there like that.
Not
to say like these guys got bad defense, because some of them do, some of them don't, but it ain't the first priority over there for damn sure.
Yeah, like you know, like when you see Monster and you see his, you know, pretty much flawless defense against Steve Fulton, that's not the norm. Like that's like more of a deviation. And that's just boxer. That's just Monster pretty much showing that he is actually a master boxer and he can box with the best of them and then brutally knock you out. But even then, now you see it in Monster's couple of fights. Like Monster is getting a little bit more reckless again. You see him; he's walking into these shots and shit like that. You're kind of seeing that. So it's just wild that. But like Pilot said, like you don't want like him or Nakatani. They're supposed to fight, and they're bashing each other, and then one of them is collapsing in the ring afterwards because he took too much punishment, and the referee was just like, well, they're showing fighting spirit. I'm going to let it do that. You know?
So the emergency JBC meeting is definitely needed.
Yeah, I think so. Another thing that they do is like they can have like 4 fights though, but they're thrown into 10 rounders like early. And that's the thing, like they're thrown into 10 rounds like in hard fights. Like, you know, in the fights where it's supposed to kind of, you know, take it easy. Like they're having absolute wars within their 10 fights over there, and that's another thing that they're doing. So I know they're saying that they're planning. I think if they're fighting for one of those Japanese local belts, they might cut it down to they might you have to work up to a number of fights before you even fight for a belt. It's gonna be only 10 rounds, not 12, shit like that. And I'm not even sure what the rehydration clause is like over there, but if they are draining, they need to change that too, because
it could be that's a good point, man. It could be like a cumulative, like these motherfuckers. We talk about Mexican style. Nah, it's Japanese style now, because these motherfuckers are all action and they're taking hits to the head.
Like even we mentioned before, like when we say like the top ranked Japanese cards have been like, if you catch even highlights of them, they're all fucking wars. Like they're wars left and right. Like they're beating the shit out of each other. Like literally, early in the morning while you drink your morning coffee, like they're beating the living shit out of each other, And now, but then like they're getting to the point where now they're dying left and right. There's like 6-7 fights where there's been ring fatalities or they're in comas. Like something that has to change too, and that's why that Rome's mom would actually read some shit like that. That's how you know it's a little bit of a problem. You know what I mean? But yeah, hopefully Japan gets it together though, because like I said, because like those Japanese cats though, like Japan still treats boxing the way it should be. They treat it with respect. They treat it like everyone there. It's like there's no bullshit in there. Like I like the presentation. It's all great though, but yeah, like it's not good when you're having fighters that barely have 10 fights and they're dying because they're fighting long ass fights with wars and they're taking all shots to the head because defense is not really a thing is not drilled enough over there. You know what I mean? And you have refs that that will that unless they're actually on the canvas, they're not doing a goddamn thing in the ring. So
you're just making sure there's not a clinch.
Yeah, exactly. Truthfully, if Japanese boxing actually had a more stronger American platform, it would probably be a real fan favorite, to be honest. Even with the lighter weights and all.
Yeah.
Because
they need the Japanese pro box. Like a American version of pro box for Japanese niggas or some shit.
Yeah, exactly. Because like I said, them motherfuckers be scrapping like nobody's business. But yeah, hopefully they get that shit straightened out though, and try to make sure like if they're draining, like, make them drink water or some shit like that. Like goddamn, seriously. But yeah, Well, we'll be back on Wednesday. Who watched who and everything like that. So yeah, hopefully more cards kind of pop out of nowhere. Hopefully PBC kind of gets some cards on the calendar.
They say boxing can get.
What's that?
and save boxing again.
Well, they need to save themselves first. Like they need to, they need to, they're radio silent, which is weird, and they're showing up on turkey cards now, So yeah, like BBC needs to get that shit straightened out. Get some cards in for September, October, November, like a whole layout. They don't do them rollouts anymore. I don't know why they don't do that. Like, before they used to have rollouts for at least 2-3 months in advance, like these fights.
Rest in peace, Showtime triple headers. Those held me down for a long time. Unfortunate, but things move on, I guess. Yeah. They need to get back to the rollouts at least. So it's like, oh, okay, they got a rollout. Okay, yeah, because now it's just like, now it's just rumors. Yeah, Keith Thurman is not fighting.
They treating this shit like the music business. They trying to surprise. Oh, next week, guess who we got fighting? Type shit.
Yeah,
Facts.
They be doing with no
random shit.
They're trying to get shock views because they know the long rollout ain't as lucrative as they used to be. Like you build it up for 6 months, niggas. Everybody be waiting on the fight. But now it's just like you tune. Who they got this week? Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, because I'm thinking to myself, should Keith Thurman have been fighting this summer already? Like he should have been in the ring with somebody, because this nigga, if you don't put him in the ring with anybody, he injures himself, and then that's it for the year. So yeah, it's just like they got people say got to roll something out soon. You know what I'm saying? Because Matchroom, as much as I like Matchroom boxing, their rollout for the next 3 months is not it at all. Like, not at all. Like, geez. Like it's borderline unacceptable. But yeah, no, we'll be back Wednesday, and good show to get our bars off or whatever. So for myself, Pat Scorpio, New England representative, for LB Sheriff, the God, the GOAT artist, for King P Bodega B, for Conscious Pine, for Rome Top 5. This has been another wonderful episode of Real Talk, where as always, if shit's real, we talk about it. And I think I need to listen to that damn MC Hammer just over Jay-Z, because that's been in my mind since Lukey said that shit. So I'm thinking to myself, why the fuck would he want to diss Jay for whatever reason? But yeah, until next time, peace.